went to the bathroom and I got a nudge that said I was not done talking. Stick with me a little bit. So last night, my sister and I, we filmed a little longer content for YouTube. That'll be up soon. We kind of talked about this, and this is what is resonating with the discussions this morning. So if you have time and want to, just hear me out. So the nodes have moved into Pisces and Virgo, okay? So when the nodes were in Aries and Libra, we were talking about the push towards individuality and the push away from like codependency, things of that nature. Now the North Node is in Pisces and the South Node is in Virgo. So remember, everything is a spectrum in nature. Please remember that. So there's always there's a through story, a head and an ass, a mouth and a butthole. When the North Node is in Pisces, it is pushing us to accept all of ourselves. Like there is no boundaries. It is to accept our darkness, our intuition, our dream, are things that are a part of us, but not physically a part of us. Remember, Neptune has no boundaries. It's dissolved. We are one. So remember the evolutionary stages of Pisces. One is the dark water. Pisces presides over the 12th house. It is the darkness in a lot of ways. Virgo, on the other hand, is known as pureness, the light. So the energy is us reaching towards all of us and past us and us redefining what our light is. But see what happens when the nodes come into this position. We seem to always have a time when the push is to be put into binaries, to be divided, black, white, boy, girl. Binary code, like how computers talk, right? 0 or 1. But what we are supposed to learn at this time is it is not that simple. It is not black or white. We cannot think in the binary. Honestly, that's what they want us to. 0 or 1, boy or girl, black or white, good or bad. And we have to do our best to fight against that, as everything is a spectrum. Every goddamn thing. Sexuality, neurodivergence, colors, nature, everything found in nature is a spectrum. For some reason, the spectrum makes certain people insecure and they want to define, they want to put into binary. And please understand me, I totally get you. I'm the one that asked the question, hey, how do we build community if we all hate each other? I have no problems with cutting people off. If I think you're unsafe, if I think that you wouldn't like fight to the death for Cody and his rights and give him dignity and respect, you're not a friend of mine. You're not in my circle. I have no qualms being like that. There are some things that are very clear, but there are some things that are not. Just because things aren't clear doesn't mean that they're not okay. So this is the war of the binary. This is the war of the spectrum. We have to maintain, we have to be the ones that remember and be the truth tellers of, no, it's not black and white. It's not evil versus good. I wish that was the war we were fighting. It'd be so much simpler, right? That's how movies got us. We saw battles being fought in a certain way, and that's how we think battles are fought. I literally saw a guy post on a post that said, haven't you watched Schindler's List, Indiana Jones? This is not how Nazis come. Nazis come marching. He's just doing a salute. He's just eccentric. The American people have been shown that war comes in one way, and those are the bad guys, and we are the good guys. And now we are seeing that there's really no separation between us and the bad guys. A lot of the time, America's not the good girl, and the rest of the world knows this. But that South Node, that purity, that is, it's wrong, okay? You guys know that I always talk about how people don't understand Virgo energy. Virgo is pure. She is the servant. But what about her evolutions? She is the queen and the dark queen. She is the goddess of springtime and the queen of the underworld. She is both. You are both. A lot of you are coming to me right now because your intuition's kicking off and your logic is fighting it. Your logic and intuition aren't two wolves that fight each other. They need to be friends, okay? They need to be little pitmates. What? Pitmates? I was trying to say whatever. But we have to become defenders of the spectrum. And the first way I know to do that is by trying to bridge gaps. So are you guys with me? We have to protect the spectrums. We have to protect nature. That is her language. We don't have to be categorized. When they categorize us, I think it makes them feel more powerful, like it takes us away. Because women are infinite, okay? How freaky. We always show change and transformation in our body. Like we are the definition of Neptune at times. When we're pregnant, like we're alive, and then there's a separate sac that's on a different plane of existence. They don't like the change, the transformation, the transmutation. And that's all we are. Like that is what we are. It's what we represent. We are the in-between. We are the transition. We are the change. We have to change our definitions of good and bad, of light and dark. We have to wake up and realize we are both. A lot of people are going to try to show that they're, their Virgo-ness, like they're pure, they're holier than that. And a lot of people are just going to sink into Pisces, into delusion. We got to be the riders that ride both. We need both. Binary bitches. I have to go back to the bathroom again. It's Virgo. Virgo keeps talking to me on the bathroom. What a surprise. Virgo and Pisces both have hope in different ways. Pisces surrenders to the flow. Virgo is like planning and prep for the future, but they both have hope. You can't abandon the South Node. You can't because you'll lose your head if you go too forward into the North. Okay, I promise I'm going to